Good morning. I want to cover a few things this morning, but first of all, I want to give you my definition of luck. This is a definition that I got from somebody else who got it from somebody else. It's an old statement. I believe the first person to say it was Cicero, so old ancient Greek, long dead philosopher. And this is the statement. This is the quote. Luck is when preparedness meets opportunity. Luck is when preparedness meets opportunity. So we've got this idea of luck in our society, and in people, because they don't believe they have what they need in themselves to achieve something, they buy lottery tickets, or they hope that luck will come their way. We watch romantic comedies and believe that, oh, maybe that's the way it works, is that people just like fall in love and then it's just happenstance. And this is not the way the world actually works. I want to challenge your ideas on this, because in business, in real estate investing, in weight loss, in relationship maintenance, or finding a partner, in any realm in the world, if it has to do with a goal that we have, luck plays a small role long term, sometimes a big role short term. Okay? There is such a thing as luck. There is such a thing as odds. And you know what? Sometimes if you've got 1 in 100 odds or 1 in a million odds, you're going to hit it the first time. That's what happens, but you're never going to hit it again. That's the way odds work, right? There's a very small chance you'll hit it again. So what I want to do today is talk about how this definition of luck applies to real estate, applies to business, applies to relationships. And then I want to talk about a couple of other ideas in business, because I've been running into some people lately who seem to believe that everything needs to be hard. Not everything needs to be hard. Yes, we need to put in a lot of time. Yes, we need to put in a lot of effort. That's true, but we can find the delight in something, and it doesn't always need to be hard. It doesn't always need to be so hard that it's almost overpowering us. So first, about this luck idea. The quote by Cicero, luck is when preparedness meets opportunity. There are two components to this. We need to be prepared. We need to be prepared. When we prepare ourselves for opportunity, we're able to do two things. We're able to notice the opportunity that's there, and we're able to capitalize on the opportunity. I've got a mentor right now who is teaching me a crazy amount about commercial real estate. And as I start looking at properties, my understanding of what an opportunity is completely changing. I used to look at certain buildings or lots or whatever and go, yeah, I can't think of anything to do with that. That's not really a great opportunity. Maybe it's overpriced. Now I'm looking at some of those same lots, some of those same buildings, and going, oh, wow. Now that I've prepared myself in a different way, I see how much opportunity there is here. This is a really, really important concept. Not only do I notice the opportunity, now I'm better prepared to utilize the opportunity. Now I'm better prepared to utilize people in my network, which brings me to my second point. If you want to change your business, if you want to change relationships, if you want to change, again, anything in the world that you want to work on as a goal, my suggestion is that you work on one thing. It's kind of got two components, but it's really one thing, and that is networking. Place the right people in your lives. If I didn't have this mentor in my life, and I've got a few other mentors in my life that are just brilliant, they've added so much value to me with business and real estate. If I didn't have these people in my life, I would not be doing the things that I'm looking to do right now. Okay? I would not be looking to be buying the buildings that I'm buying currently. It's because I've placed the right people in my life. Now, yes, they came along, but I saw the opportunity and I took it. Coming back to the luck thing, right? I'm not lucky that I know these people. I've prepared to do this. And this is a useful thing to remind yourself of all the time, because now, instead of laying blame on somebody else, we can lay blame firmly on ourselves. When we don't have someone, we can go, okay, what can I change? That's freeing, that's liberating. Now we can take action in some way, rather than blaming somebody else and saying, oh, it's the economy, I can't do anything about that. That's completely depressing if you believe that changing something is outside of yourself. But also, we can blame ourselves for the success we have. We can say, you know what? I did that. Yes, there are other people involved, and yes, there's plenty of blame to go around for the success. But I took a major role in this, and that's something that I can be excited about and build my confidence from. Coming back to networking and placing the right people in our lives. You can do this in so many ways, but what I'm going to encourage you to do is to be intentional about placing the right people in your life. And I just for myself, personally, I tend to want to place two types of people in my life. I want people that are maybe a person that has two aspects. One is that they are somebody who's encouraging, somebody who's optimistic, somebody who's upbeat, somebody who thinks through problems. And it's not that they don't challenge me. It's not that they don't think of what can go wrong and force me to rethink my options. But somebody who thinks about possibility rather than says, you can't, you can't, you can't, you can't. Those people are useless in life. People who only say you can't do something are legitimately, they're even worse than useless in our lives. Not as a human being, but their being around them is a useless endeavor. It hurts our time, it becomes inefficient because we start to think like the people we spend our time with, okay? So that's one side of it. People who think about options about how we can rather than how we can't. Secondly, because that's their focus. The second thing is I look for people who are really skilled at something and are willing to help me, who are skilled and willing to help me. If I place those kinds of people in my life, I tend to grow my business and my real estate portfolio. Now, there's a second skill. I said there were two parts to this, right? So part of it is kind of planning out who are the kind of people that I need to get to know. The second part of this is to ask ourselves, what are the skills I need? So often when I was in high school or university, people would talk about their ideal intimate partner and say, oh, he or she is this and that, and this is what they're like, and whatever. And often it was physical characteristics, it was like personality type things, but it was the wrong stuff. Often, well, even if it was the right stuff, it doesn't matter. Often I would look at somebody and go, okay, so you're presenting this picture of this perfect person that you want to spend your time with. Why would they want to spend their time with you? And that was not derogatory in the sense of this person is awful or something. It was looking at it from the perspective of, hey, listen, if we want to spend time with fantastic people, we need to become the kind of people that attract fantastic people, that fantastic people want to be with. So what value do you offer consistently? What are your people skills? What are your communication skills? What are your question skills and listening skills and engagement skills? When you work on those soft skills, you end up meeting more people and you end up creating longer relationships with those people. Okay, so that was the second thing. The third thing that I wanted to touch on this morning is an idea that I got from The Tipping Point with Malcolm Gladwell. I've been thinking about this for a long time and then read Malcolm Gladwell's book. And it just reaffirmed everything that I'd been thinking. This is what my thoughts. I've been developing this idea for a long time now of how in business and in real estate investing, well, again, in any endeavor, even in relationships, often at the beginning we put in way more effort than we are being paid for. So our effort is high, what we receive is small in relation to that effort. Then there's a tipping point. If we can stay consistent, if we work at it long enough, what happens is while our effort may remain the same, what we receive explodes. There's a tipping point where with equal effort to what we receive, it lasts for a very short period of time. What happens is this might stay here, it might even decrease. What we receive blasts through the roof. Okay, I hope this makes sense. So you could be working, building your business, and you're earning the equivalent of like $5.43 every hour because you're working long hours and not being paid very well. And then all of a sudden you create the right connections. It's not all of a sudden, right? But it seems all of a sudden to other people. We put in the effort, we put in the work, we're meeting the right people, we develop the right relationships, we build our systems, and all of a sudden, wait a second, we're earning way more than our effort compared to other people. And this is a really, really interesting idea because most people give up before that time. They go, well, look at all the effort I'm putting in. Look at all the effort I'm putting into this relationship. I'm not getting anything out of it. You know what? Give it 10 years and throw your effort into it if it's a relationship that matters. Yeah, I'm thinking about intimate partners or people like that in our lives. Be willing to put in the effort. Be willing to create your own luck. Be willing to prepare for things and foster relationships and foster businesses. If we stick with it long enough, we receive something for that. Now, we've got to be doing it the right way. We've got to have our head on straight. We've got to place the right people around us. We've got to be prepared. But if we can do all those things, if we're willing to do all those things, we will receive the things that we desire. I'm not talking about anything. I'm not saying, oh, you can be a billionaire in 5 minutes. Just start with $1 and work for 10 minutes. And that's not what I'm saying. And I believe you know that, okay? We can achieve what we desire if we place the right people in our lives, if we have the right mindset and do the right things and then stay consistent and persistent and do what we need to do in the right way for a long enough period of time. With those two keys, we will do amazing things in life. So here's the challenge for you today. I want you to look at your life and ask yourself, what do I have? And what did I do for it? And ask yourself, what was the luck component? Because again, in the first 5 minutes of starting a business, the first 5 months of starting a business, there can be luck involved. You could meet the right person at the right time. But long term, if you are not successful in business, most likely it's because you haven't done the things you need to do in the right way. And if you are successful in business, you have been doing the right things in the right way. That's what it's about. Go out and meet some new people. Go and persistently connect with them and bring value to them and become the kind of person that they want to spend time with. And then start to create your own luck. Enjoy your week.